I've been out here this time around for about 2.5 years. What brought me out here was I had surgery, and after surgery, well, it just took a while. Then I found out I had glaucoma and cataracts. So I'm currently waiting for Medi-Cal or the insurance to okay the surgery for cataracts. I was living in Southeast San Diego, like off of Logan Avenue, staying with my daughter. I was helping her out.
Okay.
I was watching my grandson, and because I was in the process of also getting the surgery that I was getting then. So, but she was taking me to all my appointments and things like that. So, because she moved to TJ, well, it was too much for me to be commuting back and forth.
So it's actually easier to live on the street than to commute back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right now she's like, I just feel like it's more my obligation to have a place for her if she needed one, and not the other way around. But you know, both of my kids are raising their own families, and it's easier out here.
Yeah.
Than to be asking for a ride wherever I gotta go, or medical, food. The resources for like the homeless resources are all out here in the downtown area. I mean, right now I'm just trying to get my my cataract surgery. So, because I can't really see that well. You know, like right now you're blurry.
Okay.
Most of the time at night it's like really, really hard because all I see basically is lights, and then everything else is dark.
Do your kids know you're homeless, and how do they feel about that?
They don't like it, but really they can't really do too much. I mean, if they could afford it like anybody else, you know, they'd let me stay with them, but I don't have an income. Yeah, they're struggling, and I don't have an income, and I'm just not trying to be a burden on them with them being like, their kids are really young and stuff like that, so it's just really hard.
Yeah. And do you visit them from time to time?
They come and see me.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my daughter was here yesterday. My son was here the day before.
Where do you meet them?
They come here.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't like really being out here because it's like really for their, it just affects their jobs, and I don't understand that at all, but I guess like usually when you're out here, like there's a lot of, there could be a lot of police interaction, you know, and nobody needs that, really.
So do you envision a time where you won't live on the streets?
I'm hoping.
How do you think that could happen?
Well, if, I don't know, I'd probably applying for SSI, I don't have no idea, like whatever resources I could get to, you know what I mean? Housing would be nice. Well, the programs, I'm not really good at programs. They all have curfews and things like that, and it seems like you get sicker while you're indoors than you do when you're out here. You go inside and everybody in there starts coughing, and just the air conditioners and the heaters and everything else, and it's just people get sick.
So when you're in one of the group facilities, you just don't feel...
I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel safe as it is. People try to steal your stuff. People try to, I mean, it's just too much.
But you feel safer out here than in a home?
Well, I mean, I don't feel safer at all. So it's like, if it's not going to change, it's like I might as well stay where I'm at and have my own.
Right. Right.
So.
And what about in the winter when it's cold or it rains?
It's the same thing. Like, it just put a little more blankets on and cover your tent a little bit more. So, you know, make it waterproof. Well, they have a spray that you spray on your tent to make it waterproof. Well, they have a lot of churches that come out and feed Monday through Friday. This whole month, since they have been having the All-Star games, the police have been telling the churches that if they come out here and feed during those times, they're going to get ticketed.
Right.
So a lot of the churches are scared to come out here at, you know, this month. Because of the All-Star games, the Comic-Con, there's just a lot of things going on. Well, there's places, I mean, you got God's Extended Hand, you got St. Vincent's for lunch, breakfast. I mean, there's places like the Salvation Army too, but I mean, it's just like people look out for each other out here, you know? Just, I mean, I've been out here on and off for years.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of people out here that I know. You know, there's, sometimes my kids, you know, if I'm hungry, if I'm really hungry, I'll ask. It's just asking for it. So Usually when they come out and feed or whatever, whatever they pass out on the lunches, if you don't eat it right away, you always put it away for later.
I see. So you can kind of accumulate some. Yeah.
Right. Like my rice bowl that I just got.
I've heard that some of the times when they do the feedings on the street, that there's a lot of like litter that goes along with it.
Well, most of the churches come in, and I mean they'll bring bags, you know, for us to put the trash away, and it's not so much that the feedings are what's giving the trash. It's the people are just lazy, you know, and it's not the churches, because the churches, they usually have the ones that have the bags, they'll pick up the trash. I mean, I understand that there's a lot of depression out here. You know, if you were to sit out here at night and just look around, there's a lot of chaos out here, you know, and really all I could do is pray, because there's nothing I could do to stop what goes on, you know. There's a lot of chaos. Everybody's angry, everybody's depressed, everybody has their animosities, and you know what I mean? They're angry for whatever reasons, whether they understand them or not.
Right.
It's everybody wants to be in control of something, and we don't even have control of our own lives right now. Like bus passes, showers, like we need showers like most of the time. Right now there's only St. Vincent's that does showers that I know of. Everything is like close in my vicinity. I don't go very far from here. But with the police, they have they're doing things they shouldn't be doing, like throwing people's stuff away. It's not the police doing it. It's they have the city come out and they throw our stuff away if it's left unattended on certain days when they come out and clean, which they're supposed to come out and clean the street. And as you can see, if you look around you, the street is not clean. They already came and cleaned the street. But they just come by to see if there's any tents up, or if there's people's if people left their stuff out here or whatever, they'll just come by and throw everything away. You know, which is hard because you don't know if somebody's medication is there. I've had laptops thrown in the trash because I have a stay-away order from the area. You know, which I really don't think is fair, again, because my stay-away order is a big area.
From this area?
Yes, from 19th all the way to Park.
So this is where you live, but you're not really supposed to be.
Right. But I'm close to the place where I get my mail, where the food is, you know what I mean? They bring food out here. So it's like we could rest inside the day center in the daytime until they close. You know, but in the in-between time, it's like, it's not about being comfortable, it's about, sometimes I can't, my legs hurt. You know, my legs are a problem for me, my eyesight is a problem for me. They've thrown away my walker before. There's just a lot of issues out here that they got one group of cops that they call themselves, they work for the HOT team, which is the homeless outreach team. They're supposed to like help you to get housing or whatever, and it's just, all of it is temporary. So it's like, all this money that they're getting for housing, if they just put up an apartment complex, a big apartment complex, and have them do chores if they don't have an income, you know? It would save so much more money for the city. They don't have to pay for city workers to come out here and clean the streets. They wouldn't have to pay for the police officers, the group of police officers that they have out here every day, because they have them from all the way till midnight. But once you've already been under their radar, it's hard to get off of it, because they have literally looked for me, found me, and they put in that stay-away order. I've been arrested. The last 2 times I was arrested was for breaking that restraining order. The judge won't even see you for that. You know, the judge doesn't, it's like a waste of the judge's time. It's a waste of the city's money. You know, we go to jail for 2-3 days or whatever, and for what?
Right. Yeah.
All because they want to keep their quota up. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Come right back here
right.
Anyway.
You come back out here and they look for you. You know, like I said, once they've started arresting you, it's hard to get off their radar. And to get off the radar, you would have to basically get your own place. How do you do that when you're having issues? How do you get a job when you can't always find a place to shower? You know, how do you get a job when you don't rest all the time? You might sleep, but you don't rest. You know, and it's hard mentally. It's really stressful, and it's just,
yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah. So if somebody were to want to help you and wanted to contact you, how would they contact you?
Well, I have a phone and an email address.
What's your phone number and email? And
My phone number is 619-665-9599. I mean, any help is great. You know, may God bless whoever does help us out here. You know, the ones who take the time to make the foods. There's a lot of appreciation. I mean, some of us do appreciate things. You know, so cleaning supplies. Like I clean up my area. I like to use cleaner, bleach and stuff like that for the street because all that it's bad enough we're out here. We don't have to be
dirty.
yeah. Filthy. But other than that, thank you.